Many people have heard about them, but the truth is that no one knows for sure who the Canaanites were. We know that they built strong ships, great cities, crossed deserts, sailed the Mediterranean, fought legendary battles, invented the alphabet, and shaped the world remembered in biblical tradition. The Canaanites were not a single people frozen in one moment. Their story unfolded across many centuries, communities, and sacred landscapes. Around 1200 BC, the world of the Eastern Mediterranean entered a period of dramatic upheaval. Great kingdoms collapsed, international trade networks fractured, and many cities were destroyed or abandoned. During this crisis, groups remembered collectively as the Sea Peoples arrived along the shores of Canaan. Among them were the people who became known as the Philistines. Their arrival initiated a profound cultural transformation. New styles of pottery, architecture, food preparation, clothing, and religious practice appeared in coastal cities such as Ashkelon, Ashdod, Ekron, and Gath. Yet older Canaanite traditions survived. Local communities and newcomers had to learn how to live side by side. They fought, traded, exchanged customs, and gradually formed new identities. The genetic data show how an initial influx of people with connections to the Mediterranean was followed by rapid mixing with the local population. Out of this encounter emerged the distinctive Philistine culture, the world later associated with Delilah, Goliath, and some of the most enduring stories of the ancient Levant. Now, ancient DNA offers a new way to explore whether traces of all those people survive within you. Our Canaanite DNA tests bring together 6 of Ancient DNA Hub's premier genomic reconstructions. Each represents a distinct population, place, and moment in the ancient Near East. Together, they offer an unparalleled opportunity to explore your genetic connections across multiple epochs and legendary landscapes. Begin with Sodom and Gomorrah, witnesses. Discover connections to the people who lived near the cities remembered in biblical tradition for their dramatic destruction. Centered on communities associated with the region of Tal el-Hammam, this reconstruction introduces you to early Canaanite societies at the dawn of urban life and ancient lore. Travel next to the Mediterranean coast with the Semites from Ashkelon. Here you can explore potential links to coastal Canaanites who thrived as traders, sailors, and craftspeople. Ashkelon stood at a crossroads where people, goods, languages, and traditions moved between Egypt, the Levant, and the wider Mediterranean. These coastal Semites were the cultural intermediaries of their age, connecting the Levant with the great empires of the Bronze Age world. Delilah's Timeless Sisters explores the women of the southern coastal world linked in later tradition with the age of Samson and Delilah. Their lives were larger than the famous stories. They sustained households, transmitted culture, and stood within a changing world where Canaanite and emerging Philistine identities met. Goliath's mighty kin turns to communities associated with the Philistine world remembered through the legendary warrior Goliath. This reconstruction explores people shaped by both local Canaanite ancestry and connections reaching across the Mediterranean during the upheavals of the Bronze Age collapse. They represent a dynamic fusion of cultures, a testament to the resilience and transformation of people during one of history's most turbulent transitions. Israelites. Defenders of Armageddon investigates ancient people associated with the region of Megiddo, Armageddon in later tradition. At this strategic gateway between empires, communities guarded roots, exchanged ideas, and endured repeated struggles for control of one of the ancient world's most important landscapes. Finally, the Shasu of Yahweh explores desert pastoralists known from Egyptian records. Some inscriptions associate a group of Shasu with the name Yahu, creating one of the most intriguing questions surrounding the early history of Yahweh worship. This reconstruction invites you to examine possible genetic connections to those mobile communities of the southern Levant, moving across the fringes of the desert. Our tests reveal how these ancient people are connected to each other and to you, and how the genetic map of the region has changed following their arrival. Ancient DNA Hub compares your DNA with carefully reconstructed ancient populations, allowing you to explore where your strongest affinities may lie across this remarkable historical landscape. The Canaanites did not vanish. Their descendants, neighbors, rivals, and traditions became part of the populations that followed. Could part of their story be written in your DNA? Discover your connections to all ancient Canaanite populations with the Canaanite DNA Compendium from Ancient DNA Hub. The past is closer than you think.